Yeah, you want to stay? Well, let's do our intro while we've got Fred.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Hi, beautiful humans. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome to Your Soul Welcome.
A podcast of belonging for humans exploring their deepest hearts. Yeah. Fred, should we cue the intro?
Yeah.
Fred says yes.
You're so cute.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even take it.
So, as y'all may have noticed, we have a new member of the podcast here. His name is Fred, and he is my brand new adopted Labradoodle Poodle mix, and I'm so excited. He's been with us approximately 3 whole days, so he doesn't know what podcasting is about. So
It's gonna
there
be
might
a
be
ride.
a little bit of chaos in this video, and thanks for doing life together with us. He's pretty sweet. He's 6 months old, so he's all puppy, and honestly, he's being so sweet right now.
He's being so sweet.
I'm the sweetest boy. If he just falls asleep like this, my heart will just melt.
I know it. Oh, goodness sakes, Fred.
Yeah, you tell the world about it.
He is being such a good boy.
Yes, he is. We thought that Sweet Rose would do the best out here because she knows what podcasts are all about.
Oh, yeah.
So we put Fred in the office with my husband, but Fred was not having it. Fred needed his time in the limelight.
Yes, he wanted to come out and say hello.
He really did. Yeah, that's a good spot, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's got a
Big
yawn.
yawn.
He
Might get a sleepy boy
He
today.
might just want to chill here with us and join us on the podcast, which is great.
Yeah, love that for us. Love that for you guys. Love all around.
Yes, so much love.
Rose is very much enjoying having a new best friend, in case you were wondering.
They look so cute together.
They really do. Because they're so similar looking.
They are.
She's gray with white markings, and he's gray with black markings. It's so cute. Goodbye,
and Fred's on
look
the
at his
go.
curly Q tail. I hope y'all saw his curly Q tail.
It's so cute.
It's adorable.
And he's on the go. So we're not exactly sure how this is going to go today, but
he just laid down. Bubby.
He's so good.
Oh my god. Oh, and he's back.
And he's back.
Well, he's a puppy.
He heard you.
He did. He's like, she's way too excited. You gonna lay down there, buddy?
Oh,
you are so sweet.
He's such a good boy.
Yeah, good boy.
Oh.
He's got to spend a little bit more time with my husband, though, because I feel like he has over-bonded with me and not enough with Carrie.
Oh, that happens because you're home more.
Well, Carrie's been working from home, actually.
Oh, well.
But Fred is just a little bit more chaos, and Carrie has more meetings than I do. So I've been keeping Fred, and he's been keeping Rose, but I think we gotta start mashing it up a little because the reason why Fred didn't work in the office like 5 minutes ago when we were trying it was because he was crying. He was so sad.
Yeah, he wanted to be out here.
Wanted to be with his mama.
Yeah, he did.
Well, Bubby. But I also want him to be chill with his dad. So
yeah.
Because I'll be honest, Carrie might be a little bit more diligent about walking the dogs during the winter than I am. So
fair.
He'll become favorite regardless.
Yeah.
Because he'll be adventure guy. I'll go. Just maybe not for as long as
yeah. And you've got a big backyard. It's not like they've got plenty of room to run around and play and do all sorts of things.
I'm actually looking forward to having 2 dogs because that means that I am now requiring myself to go on all dog walks.
Yeah.
Which feels big for me because I have been noodling this old trauma in my head. I was calling it my laziness wound.
Oh yeah.
But the universe told me that it wasn't called that.
I love that.
It was, I don't know, something more like feminine ancestral type.
Oh yeah.
That is the download that I got. So it's
from this weekend, maybe.
I do not think.
Okay.
It's a different side of the family.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm feeling through that.
Yeah.
And anyway, I'm not sure if I did a good job of explaining it just now, but it's more of a hang up on physical movement because I love dancing. I love going on walks.
Yeah.
Like I love going on jogs. I just don't do any of it consistently.
Right.
And having a mix of things is great.
Yep.
I love having a mix of things. And I know that I desire for that consistency, which works out really beautifully because we're doing this episode as part 2 on talking about rituals, which does in fact like give that vibe of consistency.
Right.
I guess a ritual doesn't have to have consistency.
Yeah, mine sure don't.
But when I think of like ritualizing as like a verb,
yes,
to me my connotation of the word ritual has consistency.
Yeah, it sounds innately
consistent.
Rituals sound innately consistent.
Like the denotation, that textbook definition doesn't necessarily always mean that.
Right. I think that is something that
really
I've had
English
too.
teachery there.
No, that's okay. I like it. I'm here for it. I love it. I love words.
Yes, but what were you gonna say?
I'm a nerd. Hold on. Let me get it.
It was about rituals and what rituals might mean
Oh,
to
yes.
you. Okay.
I thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for sticking with me, folks. My brain had to backtrack to get that.
That's okay.
I really had to I had to give myself a lot of grace because I have ADHD and I have a really hard time with consistency in a lot of ways. There are rituals and things that I do for my kids that are daily. But for me, there are a lot of things where I just drop the ball or I get tired or I forget or I'm just not feeling it. And so
You're playing with your necklace right now and I just have to tell you how pretty it is.
Oh, thanks so much.
I couldn't stop watching it.
It's all charged from the full moon last night.
Hey-o.
Speaking of rituals.
Yes.
So I just really had to remind myself that it's okay. I can decide what rituals mean for me.
Oh, for sure.
And I don't have to, it doesn't have to be something that I do every time I'm supposed to or whatever, was ingrained in my mind before. I can decide.
Absolutely.
And
break
whatever
those generational patterns.
Yeah, whatever it looks like for me is what it looks like for me, and whatever feels good. If I do it once a month, great. If I do it one time and then I don't do it again until a year later, also fine.
Well, and I like to take a micro and macro look at words like ritual, like consistency, like discipline for that matter, even though that one like makes my whole body like seize up. Yeah. I don't like that
No,
word.
I don't either.
Consistency. I know consistency gives people the willies sometimes
too.
So, but I like to take a micro and macro look at things because when you zoom in, especially if you have ADHD or if you are a manifestor like me who has very like adamant or persistent rest cycles, when you take a micro view, it very much appears like there's no consistency.
Yeah.
As you were talking about doing things like once a month or
Yeah.
yearly or
Right.
so sometimes I like to tell myself it's okay to zoom out on
Yeah.
your life. It's okay to like almost like you're looking at a camera, right?
Mhm.
Like if this is your viewfinder for what you're looking at right now, zoom out. Let your scope widen.
Right.
Let yourself look at the timeline of your life perhaps with a wider lens so that
Mhm.
you're looking at more time,
Right.
more experiences,
Mhm.
because then you start to see consistency that quote unquote wasn't there
Right.
before.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, I just like gave myself goosebumps.
Yeah, I like
feel
that.
very passionate about it because it was something that I had to teach myself over the
Yeah.
last probably 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Because so many other entrepreneurs were
Mhm.
talking about like consistency and posting all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time and emailing their subscribers.
Mhm.
And there was one guy that I was following who emails his subscribers every day. And I was like, goals! One day I want to be that consistent. And so when that is what I was like holding my measure to, I was like, I'm so far from that. And like I really struggled
Yeah.
emailing my love letter subscribers,
Yeah.
which if you want to sign up to get love letters from me, go to braveheartopenmind.com.
Do it because she is a wordsmith and her love letters are beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I write like songs and poetry. Oh my god, I'm a songwriter. I
You
just said that for
are.
the first
Yes,
time.
I
Really.
love that.
Well, I
New
didn't know
business
that I was.
cards.
Look,
Songstress.
I've given up trying to label myself all the things. Ooh, I do like the word songstress.
I
That's
know. I
beautiful.
love that.
So my love letters sometimes have poetry, but not like inaccessible poetry that's
No,
hard to
so
understand.
good. Deep.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Poetry that feels like your own heart wrote it, even though I did.
Yes. For real, guys.
I just, part of me was just like, that did not sound humble at all. That was really confident. And
That's okay.
I think those are two dueling sides of me. One side of me is just like, wow, look at you repping your poetry so
Yeah.
confidently. And then there was a part of me who was like, I don't know if we should be that confident. Shouldn't we be humble instead? But I also don't know that I love the word humble.
I like humble.
Isn't
I like humble.
well, so there's at the other spectrum, there's like arrogant, right?
Yes.
So can't someone be confident? Because confidence doesn't mean arrogant.
Right.
And humble almost means not wanting to like accept a compliment, not wanting any credit for what you've done.
I don't believe that to
No,
be
you
true.
don't? Okay,
No,
what do you believe?
I believe humble is just not being a braggart.
But at the same time, like, don't you want to talk up your business? Don't
Yes,
you want to
absolutely. I
celebrate?
think you can be confident, and I think you can be, I think you can, because there's the humble brag. You know what I mean? Like you can absolutely.
But I feel like even the word humble brag implies like you're
Trying to withhold or trying to
trying to like sneak something in.
right, and I don't like the term humble brag, but I feel like there is a way to be. I think humble is just not trying to throw it around in people's face and trying to like one up people and trying to um be really arrogant about it. I think being confident and having
How do you be humble and confident at the same time?
I think it is
I think that's what I'm
I
struggling
think
with
it
in my
is
head.
I think it's just in how you are confident and you can say confidently that you write really great poetry and that you
Mhm.
are a songstress and that those things here in the space, and like you wouldn't go to a high school student or something and be like, "That's poetry."
But see, that
this
sounds
is
like
poetry.
arrogance to me.
Right.
Not
It's
confidence.
just the opposite. It is just it is
I feel like my mind logically understands what you're saying, but my
Mhm.
something in my body or heart is not subscribing to humble.
Yeah. I don't know. I like it. And maybe it's because I like the song. Humble and Kind song. I like the Humble and Kind song. Me and my Lily, we listen to that song a lot.
I feel like humble is a concept made up by people in power to keep people from being confident.
I think so too. And I think that humble has been that for a very long time. And I feel like there has been kind of a reclamation of
Oh, a reclamation.
yes, like of confidence and of being humble and being able to still be confident and speak about your accomplishments and speak about the things you are really good at and talented in and being humble in a way with confidence to not be an asshat.
I'm processing that. Because you're saying like humble and confidence can be like best friends.
Yes.
They can go together.
Yes.
I'm still asking.
Like just humble and confidence together being the opposite of arrogant asshattery.
Because confidence and arrogance can also be best friends, technically.
Yes.
So, confidence plays for both teams.
Yep.
Or all teams.
Yep. And how you choose to present your confidence.
I still have a very fuck you attitude towards being humble.
Yeah.
Which is fine. We don't have to agree on everything. And maybe...
No, but I definitely see where you're coming from because I feel like people were told to be humble, be humble, be humble, be quiet, be quiet,
many
be quiet.
Women were told to be humble.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Even.
My son is here today with us. He's on spring break. And he's in the back bedroom playing on his Switch or building Legos. Thanks to Carrie. So sweet.
Yes.
And he is full of little sound effects.
And we just heard him go, yeet. And it was hilarious. I doubt the microphone picked that up, but it was really cute. I'm glad he's having a good time in my guest bedroom, chilling out. I feel like that's how our summer of recording is going to go. I'm here for it.
Yep. Max will just be hanging out back there.
Don't know how much more Legos we'll have.
Yeah, that's
our house,
okay.
But
Yeah. He can bring his own.
Yes. So I don't know that we need to agree on the humble confidence, arrogance.
Yeah.
Spectrum.
Right,
yet,
for sure.
But it's just in the memes that I see about being humble. It sounds very much like keep yourself down.
Yeah.
Hold yourself back.
Yeah.
And I am so not here for that.
Nope. I definitely get you.
I don't remember why we started this little side trip.
Because of your amazing poetry.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys want to sign up for my love letters, go to braveheartopenmind.com. And
yes.
Which is called that because all you need to love your life and change your life is a brave heart and an open mind.
I love it.
I love it too.
I
it
do.
Makes me so happy.
You know, when you were talking about ritual, or when you were talking about that you wanted to, you were influenced by or inspired by somebody who was emailing his clients or something
once a day.
Come on now. I don't want to get emails from anybody once a day.
I kind of liked it at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so
well,
you can if you want to subscribe to my mailing list. I've sent out one email ever over at fableddesignsbyashley.com.
That's beautiful. You only just started sending them.
I don't like getting emails.
Okay, if it's an email I love getting emails. I'm
Oh.
like, oh, what does so-and-so have to say today?
Very little. I do not want to be clogging up your email. I do not.
But to me, it's not a clog if I
No,
desire it
and
there.
true.
Some of it is. Some
Yeah,
of it is
I just-
junky AF.
Yeah.
And
I really don't want to be junky AF. And I love getting your emails because yours are so good. But I don't
high
feel
quality, not junky.
Yeah, it super is. And like there are a few people who I do get like regular emails from. Like I love getting your emails. I love getting Luba's Sunday.
Ooh, I have to sign up for Luba's
Yes,
emails.
Luba's
I thought those
emails are
good.
fantastic. I
'Cause
love
she speaks
getting
so
her
much on
Sundays.
gratitude.
Yes, I love her Sunday letters.
Didn't the universe just tell me in that oracle card to find the moments of gratitude?
Yes.
Luba, I'll be
See?
signing up. I know you're
Good.
listening probably.
Yes.
So
It's fantastic. But I just see and that's just not my jam.
and
I
that's
just
fine.
but because I know myself and I know my consistency is never going to be there for that.
Zoom out, your consistency will be there. Zoom out.
Yes, I emailed one time.
Yeah.
That is more than I have
started it.
ever done.
You just started it
Yes.
like 5 minutes ago.
And I have been talking to my friend Megan, who owns Fox and Pine.
I don't know what that is.
She does a lot of like branding and website design, and
fun.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Is she local?
Yes, yeah, she's fantastic.
Nice.
And I've talked to her recently, and I posted something on one of her little videos that she posted. Her reels are so good.
Yeah.
I want to get better at doing. I've done one reel ever. One time.
You.
Thanks.
Do you know how many people have done no reels?
A lot.
So look at you go.
Yeah.
One newsletter, one
reel. Yeah.
The process has started.
It has.
Like literally, your journey has started.
And I told her I really want to get better about posting on socials.
Sure.
For my business. I'm not very consistent with it.
I think that what changed for me in consistency was learning the idea and then choosing to practice the idea, and clearing the patterns that were blocking the idea. So self-healing.
Yeah.
But following the idea that the universe has given you something to say for a reason.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. And every day there's something. I'm glad that I'm talking about this because I need to rehear this again.
Okay, good.
That there's something that you have to give to people.
Right.
And the universe puts ideas in your head for a reason.
Okay.
And it doesn't need to be complicated. It can be something so tiny, a one-liner.
Right.
And that one line could change someone's entire day.
Right.
And perhaps a fun practice can be just asking yourself, what does my heart have to share today?
Right.
And then writing it down. You don't have to post it.
Right. Right.
If you don't feel ready for it yet, if you still have some healing to do, just write it down in your notes app.
Yeah.
Because then what happens is that when you are doing that inner work, you're doing that healing, what you've then done for yourself is created like this whole massive pile of things that you can post at any time. Just copy, paste, go.
Yeah.
Copy, paste, go. Or schedule it out.
Right.
I'm not a very good scheduler because I don't care.
I don't ever use my notes app. I'm such a paper pencil person.
Write it down paper pencil. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how you do it. I used to be paper pencil, and then the further away from teaching I got, the less convenient that began to be. So I just started using my phone for stuff.
I mean, that's so true. My phone is way more convenient.
And I decided if I wanted to be more consistent with stuff, then I just needed to start using my phone, even though I like pen and paper better.
And maybe I should just keep my iPad with me then, because I use my iPad for my art.
Oh, see, there you go. Well, and you can handwrite on your iPad because you've got
Yes.
your cute little pen. And there are
Yeah.
apps that will turn your handwriting into text too.
Right. But I also have
However
my
you wanna
drawing
do it.
app. Yeah.
The point,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
point isn't necessarily the method.
Right.
Although it is important to talk about like taking down barriers to entry, like barriers to action, right? So
Oh, yeah.
if doing it on your phone or iPad is easier, do it that way.
Right.
I constantly am asking myself, how can I make this easier?
Right. Right.
Because friction, things feeling hard
Mhm.
is the easiest way for me to stop myself from doing
Right.
something.
Yeah.
I do not love a thing that feels hard.
Yeah.
So I just won't.
Yeah.
Um,
It's really hard for me not to make a inappropriate joke just now when you said that.
what did I say?
I really don't like it when things feel hard.
Okay, well, I like when one specific thing feels hard.
I'm sorry. I was
Very much like that.
really trying to just let it go, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Very specifically into that.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm so glad for you. And
Mhm.
for anyways.
So
Okay, continuing
when
on.
my husband eventually
Yeah.
listens to this, I was gonna say he'll know, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, he knows.
let's be honest, he already knows.
Yeah, he knows. Yep. Sorry.
I'm like feeling all smitten in my heart now. I'm like, oh, my husband, he's so great. Like,
Oh boy.
bet you know what we're doing tonight.
Oh my gosh.
My husband would be like, and that's enough about our sex life, please and thank you. So
Oh, that's sweet.
he's super sweet. That was one of the conversations that he and I had
right.
to have, was like, what can I share, since I am trying to be open-hearted and
Right.
be sharing and doing life with you guys,
Yeah.
and with anyone who's following me on Facebook, which
Yeah.
you can find Kayla Vavra on Facebook and
And me
hit
too.
follow,
Me too.
and Ashley Gleason. Yeah, we can be friends. Well, I'm not very good at accepting friend requests.
Yeah, but if you follow,
well, I
follow.
turned off the thing that shows me friend requests most of the time, unless it's a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
But
I think you can follow.
Well, I had really creepy people friending me.
Yeah,
like especially when I was in the thick of creating reels before I got COVID. Like,
yeah.
there were a lot of creepos, and I wasn't here for it.
No.
It made me feel unsafe, and self-safety is what I'm about.
For sure.
So follow me.
Yeah.
And comment on my stuff, and then I'll be able to like see what's going on with you.
For sure.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
I'm not really sure.
How can I make things easier?
Oh yeah.
How can I make things easier? Which is a really good question to ask yourself about rituals too.
Yeah.
Like, if there's something you desire to do, how can I make it easier?
Right.
I wanted to do strength training more frequently.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, well, how can I make it easier? And then I found out about calisthenics on, Facebook Reels.
I love it.
I'd heard the word calisthenics before, but
I still I feel like I've asked you about it, and I still I'm like, oh, that's cool.
It's
got
using
nothing, guys.
your body weight instead of like weights. So it's things like push-ups, pull-ups, squats.
I just made a really bad face at Kayla, for those of you who can only, not at Kayla, but just like
at the
idea of squats and push-ups and things, for those of you who can't see my face.
Well, and that wasn't a bad face. That was a natural reaction, and that gets to be okay.
Oh, thanks.
And also, it was a thing that I desired.
Yeah.
Because you know what is easy about using your body weight? You have your body with you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unless you're like astral traveling, but that's not really what we're talking about
today. Maybe a different day.
Okay.
I would love to talk about that
journeys
on a different day.
Yeah, you just comment that.
Comment down below.
Or email us at yoursoulwelcome@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to share your stories with us, we would love to start like sharing open-hearted stories.
Yes.
Whether you want to share with your name attached or anonymously.
Mm-hmm.
So send in your like self-love story
or a funny story.
Or yeah, just we're doing life together. We
Yeah.
are your back pocket besties. And we would love to hear from you guys and share your stories. So your soul welcome, the name of the podcast, at gmail.com. And share your pronouns so that we refer to you correctly.
Yes, please.
Or the way that you would prefer. Otherwise I usually default to she because those are my pronouns. So please share so that I'm like not using she her for you if that's not how you roll. So calisthenics. Why was I talking about calisthenics?
It's you were ritualizing.
Because I was asking how can I make strength training easier?
Yeah.
Calisthenics. Like that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Still working on upping the frequency of my consistency. Because when you zoom out, I'm totally consistent. I would also like to be consistent when I zoom in also.
Yeah.
And it's something that's been on my mind a lot lately, which means the universe is like tapping me on the shoulder saying like, hey, it's time to heal that. Hey, it's time to heal that. Hey, you should really fucking listen, heal that.
Get on it.
Because otherwise then the universe gives you things like COVID and it's like, here, let your whole life crumble.
Not crumble.
Okay, well it felt
Let's
very
just
crumbly.
Shake it up a little and let you rearrange some things.
I mean, I didn't. Maybe one day I'll reclassify it. It felt very crumbly.
Yeah.
Having been all of like 3 or 4 weeks ago, it felt very crumbly.
Yeah.
3
or 4 weeks ago.
I don't know. When did I go to Arizona? Was that just 2 weeks ago? Why does time not exist in my brain sometimes?
I don't know. Time doesn't exist and nothing is real.
Well, you're right. Time is absolutely a construct. 1000%.
Mm-hmm.
Also, back to rituals.
Yes.
The topic of today's podcast with us and you listening or watching here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, rituals.
So, like I said, rituals with my kids has always been easy.
Mm-hmm. Did you talk about your moon water yet?
No, I talked about my fancy crystals being all recharged and
yes.
Things. This isn't moon water, but it was full of moon water earlier, but I drank it all.
What is moon water? Because I didn't know when you said it the first time.
Really?
I had no idea.
Oh,
I made you explain it.
I forgot. Moon water is water that you put in a jar or a container of some sort, usually clear. Yeah. And you set it out and when it's a full moon, and then you just leave it out in the full moon. And then it just gets charged by the full moon.
Charged with like what?
Full moon energy vibes. Yeah.
Do we know what the full moon represents? Like what it's supposed to start with? I think it's goal setting.
Yeah. So you set your intentions. Like, yep.
That's what I meant.
So
wow, that was very like corporate masculine. Goal setting. Intention setting.
Intention setting. And
P.S. When I say things like masculine, feminine, I mean that in a spiritual energy sense, because there's the energy of like structure and then the energy of free flow, which is usually called feminine energy.
Right.
So I by no means am supporting a gender binary. That is just the spiritual words for it. Yes. Perhaps one day we will have different words for it.
Yes, that is a very good
point
to say. Yes.
Every single human of any gender is welcome here in our community, listening to our podcast. We very
accept
inclusive.
Everybody.
We love you and honor you is what I'm trying to say. And I didn't want anyone to feel like, why did she say that?
Yes. Good point.
Okay, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, so you set an intention for what you want to, just basically your intention for
The
The
month?
month? Yeah.
The
The
lunar
moon?
cycle?
Yeah, the lunar cycle.
Okay.
And you some people will write it down and put it underneath of their moon water, like on a little piece of paper. I've done that before. I didn't do that this time because I felt really intentional. And I felt like I had super clearly connected it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like
So
intention matters a lot in
yeah,
any ritual.
yes. And so I put my water out, and then I got up and got it this morning before any direct sunlight hits it, because then once the sunlight hits it directly,
Then it's getting sun
then
vibes,
it's
not moon
sun
vibes.
water. Yeah, then it's no longer moon water.
So it's like the vampire of waters. No sunlight.
No sunlight. No
Night
direct.
vibes only.
Yeah, no direct sunlight.
Yeah. Ambient sunlight is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Love that.
It's great. I also took all my crystals and rocks and gems and all my things out too.
You and charged them?
Yeah. Put them out there. Got them all.
That.
They were all so cold when I took them in this morning. I had little ice crystals in my water. It was
like 28
fun.
degrees Fahrenheit overnight.
It was chilly.
Don't ask me why we haven't moved to Celsius or metric.
Yeah.
Or anything logical scientifically. Although Celsius seems really weird to me because there's just not a wide span. Like you can jump so many like degrees in Fahrenheit with like 1 degree of Celsius.
Yeah.
I don't know the ratio. I just, when I hear YouTubers talking about it, it just feels.
Yes.
I don't know, like big jumps.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd survive the transition though.
Yeah.
We would adapt.
We'd adapt for sure.
Humans are adaptable.
Absolutely.
As a species.
Mm-hmm.
What other rituals do I have? My brain just thought of plant watering, which sometimes feels more like a chore than a ritual.
I loved watering your plants.
I'm so glad.
It was fun.
Once upon a time, before I had less than 100 houseplants. That's not an exaggeration.
No.
Dubs. I literally have over 100 houseplants.
Way, probably well over 100 houseplants.
Don't count the propagations. They're just babies.
Well, they're babies, but they also require individual attention.
Anyway, the moral of the story is that I need to downsize my plant collection again because once upon a time that felt very ritualized also.
Yeah.
It felt very like nourishing, and now it just feels like, oh my god, they all need water. They're all thirsty. And sometimes I can really still get into that vibe of like it feels ritualized.
Yes.
And maybe I just haven't been making the time for it lately.
You haven't been setting that intention.
I have not been setting that intention. Intentions matter.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
They really do.
Slam poetry.
Yeah.
Snapping.
For sure. I have not been a plant person.
You're becoming one though.
Previously. And I am absolutely becoming one. I got an amaryllis for the holiday season.
That she named Grandmarillis.
My mother-in-law gave it to me. And so the kids and I named it Grandmarillis because it came from grandma. Mm-hmm. So we named it Grandmarillis.
So cute.
And it lived in our bathroom, and so
she was fucking stunning.
Yeah. So every time like I would go in the bathroom, or every time the kids would go in the bathroom, we'd all be like, "Hi, Grandmarillis," like checking on Grandmarillis. And like we just talk to her and like and I really feel like that definitely helped her to become the amazing beauty that she was, because my mother-in-law bought her and she bought one for herself and one for my sister-in-law, and there's my sister-in-law's did okay, but my mother-in-law's didn't do so good, but mine just blew everyone's minds, including my own. So like I felt like an empowered plant growing goddess. Like I just
Yes.
felt
I
like,
love that for you.
yeah, I really did too. I really did too.
Mhm.
So, and I have taken all of that green growing energy.
Your whole posture just changed.
Yeah. And now I'm doing all the things. And so Max and I are growing seedlings, and like I've got so many little things
love
growing.
that.
It's
Like
so
literally
many.
your
Yeah.
whole posture just opened up to being
I
open-hearted.
love it. I love it. There's so many things happening at my house, and I've been digging in the dirt and growing little plant babies, and
so grounding.
yeah,
to dig in the
it's
dirt.
so good.
Grounding is another one of the rituals that I engage in.
Oh yes, yes.
Well, because I also engage in the ritual of energy healing for myself, I also have to then engage in the ritual of grounding, because sometimes I'm just...
Can you explain maybe to folks who aren't sure what grounding is?
Oh yeah, for sure. So grounding is the practice of feeling settled and feeling centered in who you are. And energetically, grounding is the practice of connecting yourself to the earth to let any extra energy that might be flooding through you from any energy healing that you did, or like a sound bath that you experienced, that can help to anchor you when your body feels so buzzing and popping with energy. So after I do energy work, then I do frog pose from Kundalini yoga.
Okay.
Which, well, to the best of my ability, I cannot keep the heels of my feet together and touch the ground at the same time with the way my body is currently presenting, which is a-okay, because there are so many accommodations that you can use.
Right.
So sometimes I'll take I've got this candle holder that's a Himalayan salt block.
Oh yeah.
And so I'll like use that as like a yoga block, because it is of the earth and therefore even more grounding.
Oh, I love that.
So I'll put my hands on that in a frog pose. I'll go outside and hug my ash tree.
Yeah.
If it's nice enough, I'll be barefoot. I love being barefoot in my clover. Fuck me. It feels so good.
Yes. Good job.
Sorry, I needed to make the noise, but I also didn't want to blow out our audio. It's been a journey trying to figure out where my mic should be placed for this, because I'm very like verbose in just my general conversation. And Ashley is just like, I don't know. You're just like so cute. And you're like so close to your microphone.
I like it.
I like that for you too. But again, you're a very like cozy.
I am.
Like,
I'm cozy.
let's bring it in.
I'm a cave. I'm a cave. I am in a cave.
Yes.
I'm in a cave. And Kayla is atop a mountain.
Yes, mountains are a part of my human design. My friend Megan did say that she would be available to come on our podcast to talk about human design. So
I'm so excited.
Then you guys can be aware of WTF we're talking about.
I'm so pumped.
Because yes, I am very like verbose and open spaces and like, I don't know, having like the whole world at your feet. Like that's my energy. So Ashley's very like cozy. Let's snuggle.
I really am.
I'm all like, let's include everyone.
I mean, I want everybody to be included.
Oh,
in my cave.
I didn't. Yes.
Everybody's welcome in my cave with me.
Everybody's welcome to come to my giant mountain valley of open spaces.
Yes. Wide open spaces.
Copyright.
I love that we did that at the same time. That was cute.
We're really cute.
We're so cute.
Sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
I really like making wild noises, like rewilding, like wild woman, like let your body just fucking express. And for some reason, that noise to me feels necessary in my body. Like the channel that connects like my heart chakra and my throat chakra, very much like along my back right now, feels very like, get it out. Speak the words.
Ooh, what words?
What words? I don't know. Everybody's beautiful. Everybody belongs here. Everybody is so fucking welcome with us. We're building something powerful here. We just have to let ourselves be open. We are building such beauty here. We just need to be open. Let it roll in. I don't know where that came
I
from.
love it. I loved it.
It gave me like really solid feelings right
Yay.
here.
I loved it. I loved it.
And now like something is pulsing along
Ooh.
my back here.
I'm so sorry. Fred's down here playing with my mic stand. So if
Bubby.
there's been a lot of little
You're
bumps
totally
and
tiny.
noises, then
You know
it
how
was
sweet
just
you
Fred.
are. Fred's like, I know.
He
I'm
knows.
aware.
He's definitely aware.
Good boy. Oh yeah, you go get some water. You hydrate, buddy.
Yeah.
Hydrating, another ritual that I engage in very much so, which was born of requirement with teaching.
Oh.
Because I was speaking so much that I just had to.
I dehydrated myself intentionally while teaching.
Oh, I just sprinted every passing period to the bathroom.
I didn't get a passing period. I was in elementary school. I didn't get to pee. I got to pee at noon.
Fuck that. Oh God, I'm really sorry if vomit noises bother you. I'll try to
put a warning on
TW
that guy.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't.
My body very viscerally hated everything you just said.
I didn't get to pee, so.
Yep. Come back through, Freddie.
So I didn't drink water.
Oh my God, you're so sweet. I'm so glad Rose wore you out this morning.
Yes.
He's being so good.
He is. He's just back down here.
Bobby.
Oh, big yawn.
Oh, touch big yawn.
Speaking of tired, that's what I was going to say. My rituals with my kids have always been, not the only rituals, but the ones that have been the most consistent have been our bedtime routine.
Well, and isn't that interesting how the rituals we do for other people and with other people are often the most traditionally accepted as consistent?
Yeah.
I'm making air quotes here for those of you listening, like consistent, quote unquote.
Right.
Because it's because we're taught to do things for others, and that becomes so much easier than doing rituals and practices for ourselves.
Right.
That's why we all need healing. That's why we're all here.
I love that.
Oh, yes, all here. Doing life together, all here. Breaking generational trauma.
Ooh.
Fuck, that sounded really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
The more I sing, okay, so back in the day, we'll start back at the beginning. My sister was always complimented as an amazing singer, which
wonderful.
She very much is. So hope one day when you listen to these,
yeah,
because I don't think she's listening currently.
Okay.
But she's amazing, and I think my inner child took that to mean that I wasn't good at singing.
Oh.
That was for her and not for me. And then in high school, she literally told me that was for her and not for me. She was like, I need you to not join choir. Like, choir's mine.
Yeah,
which we would always.
That's a sibling thing. That's very much a sibling thing.
Which
I could
fine.
see my kids doing that to each other.
So I went into forensics, competitive public speaking instead. And mostly because my best friend was in it. And so I got tired of her having cool stories that didn't involve me.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I joined.
Yes, that's the only reason I joined track. It's because I was bored after school and all my friends were at track. I had nothing to do. So I would join track to hang out with my friends.
So anyway, the more that I sing, the more I'm like, I am actually good at this.
Yeah.
And Luba, who we mentioned earlier, one of our friends, she made this post on Facebook, like, if money and time were no object, what would you pay to, or what would you learn?
Yeah.
And I was like, I would learn from a professional vocal coach.
Yes.
Like, I want to know more about breath control. I want to know how to, like, edge my range just a little bit more. I know that everybody has a natural vocal range. I'm not going to be like Mariah Carey and be able to sing like
no,
3
but you
different
can work your
octaves.
vocal range. Yes.
Exactly. So I want to get just a little bit lower, and I want to get just a little bit higher, because sometimes I can't hit the high notes, and I sound like a bad dog whistle that got dented and no one wants to hear. Yeah. It's the notes like just above that note.
Yeah.
That like
where you're like your voice cuts out and the air just like continues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like when I go to church with my in-laws and I'm singing church songs.
Yeah.
I can't. They're a fan of the high soprano.
Yeah, they really are. Those hymns.
I can't do it. Well, I mean I could, but then
yeah.
That's the problem, is that I can hit that note, but it sounds squealy instead of beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm ritualizing.
Well, they don't care. They don't care at
the
church. They don't care. They don't care.
Okay.
They embrace the squealy at the church.
I care for the human sitting directly in the pew in front of me. Luckily, I don't have to worry about that often because I abandoned organized religion long ago.
I know some vocal coaches though.
One day, I'm gonna do it.
There's one in Gretna. Used to be our neighbor.
Well, I'm not gonna say that.
She's real good.
Very much enjoy that.
Works with a lot of our show choir kids.
Mm-hmm.
She's super fantastic.
And when I said I'm not going to say that, another ritual that I do is monitoring my first thought, like my impulse thought, and then choosing the thought or thing that I want to say instead of just saying the first thought. Which we may have talked about that last time. Because that's probably like my most consistent ritual is... Well, I think they said on the Ladies and Tangents podcast, and I think they were quoting someone else, that, and I don't remember, but that your first thought is not your fault. Like, that's just programming from days gone by. Yeah. That is programming from your childhood, most likely, when your unconscious mind was developing between the ages of 0 and 7. Mm-hmm. Your second thought, now that's on you. Yeah. That's your responsibility. Or perhaps third or fourth if you're new to the idea of thought watching. I don't want to discourage anyone by saying that, like, it has to be your second thought.
Right.
But, like, your subsequent thoughts, like, those are your responsibility to either support the first thing, the old pattern.
Right.
Or to choose the new direction.
Right.
Or choose the desired direction. Yeah.
I like it.
That is big for me for rituals. That's, well, because I'm in my head every single day.
Yeah.
And that's the most fundamentally life-changing habit or ritual that I ever learned. So if you're feeling like you're sitting at step 1, monitoring your own thoughts and choosing your subsequent thoughts, your underlying second, third, fourth, fifth thoughts. Start doing that. Yeah. So fucking life-changing.
Yeah.
That's why I am where I am. That's why I probably trigger warning for a suicidal comment. That's probably why I didn't kill myself. Yeah. Is because I learned how to do that.
Yeah.
And also guilt.
Yeah.
Because I would always think thoughts like, well, then my mom would have to find me and I can't do that to her.
Yeah.
Or then my husband will have to find me and I can't do that to him.
Right. Yeah, you've mentioned that on the podcast too. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, my favorite ritual is talking to myself.
In the mirror?
Well, that too. Mirror work is definitely a ritual.
We've talked about that.
Let's keep things fresh. Fresh and exciting. Or fresh and realistic. We don't have to be sensational.
We can't help but to be sensational.
I love that. Tell that to Ashley from an hour ago when you were asking me if we should come up with exciting or sensational topics.
Yeah, that's true. We
can't help but be sensational.
That's
The
true.
universe literally gave me lyrics that said, we're building something beautiful. We're building it here today, right now. You're witnessing it. You're a part of it.
Whoop whoop.
How does that feel?
I liked it a lot.
How you feeling?
Real good.
Excellent. Love that for you.
Sensational even.
Sensational.
I like it. Fred likes it.
Fred likes basically everything right now.
Yeah, he does.
Fred's such a happy boy.
Yeah, I love that. I do.
And when I mean everything, I mean literally everything. Fred's been finding so many things under the bed
Oh.
that I didn't even know were there anymore.
Oh, well, great. Thanks for helping, Fred.
I mean, honestly, that's what I told him. I'm like, thanks, buddy. I'm going to take that from you, but thank you.
That's cute. That's fun.
Like, oh, that's a shoe that doesn't have a pair anymore because I couldn't find the other one
Yeah.
and threw the other one away because
Yeah.
it was not great.
That's fun.
Yep.
I really hope that you, our wonderful viewers and listeners,
Yes.
do chime in and tell us some of your rituals, because I would love to hear about other things that people do and find joy and find,
Yes.
like, you know what I mean?
Because there are so many things you can do.
Right.
This is a big, old, blossoming, beautiful world. Like,
Yeah.
and also sometimes it's a dumpster fire. We hold the duality, both ends of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many perspectives and things that you can
Yeah.
do. For example, I often engage in Kundalini yoga as one of my rituals.
Right.
And when I say that I do energy healing and energy work, it is of the Kundalini activation variety.
Okay. Yeah.
So, like, there's yoga, there's
Yeah.
so fucking much. I don't know why I'm trying to list it all when I just said.
Right. There's a lot. I mean, I have friends who like making their morning coffee from like grinding their beans and like the way that they very, it's very methodical how they make their coffee in the mornings. And that is very much a ritual for them. And I think that is great. It's just really slowing down and being intentional about something that you're doing for yourself or for someone. And I think that is so beautiful and so great.
Absolutely. And I would invite any of you listening to take a look at what you're already doing.
Yeah.
Because I know, Ashley, you said when we were discussing the part 1 of this, that you didn't feel like you had any rituals.
Yeah.
And that's so not true.
Right.
I got
see that
the
now.
beautiful blessing of being able to be a mirror for her and be like, let me reflect. These
Yes.
are all the things that you're doing.
Right.
And so let me reflect for you now. There are things that you're doing. 1000%. I believe it with my whole heart.
Yes.
That there are things that you're doing that are ritualized and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you are building something amazing for yourself.
Yeah.
You are. I promise you are. It's true because it is. And I love you.
Yeah.
Whew. I got really in my feelings about you guys there for a minute.
Yeah. It's a big day full of feels on this wonderful first day of this moon.
This lunar cycle.
I know. I'm loving it.
Moon cycle. Well, the full moon was a rough one for me last night.
Was it?
Yeah. Didn't you see my text messages?
Yes, I did. I did.
I was very in my feelings because I was feeling really overwhelmed by this whole new puppy situation because Fred came with a few behavioral characteristics that we were not expecting. Mostly that he tries to engage in playing with Rose with his mouth on her back legs and on her tail and on her ears, and that's fine sometimes. Like, that's a part of normal dog
puppy
play
nipping,
sometimes. But that was like the only way he was doing it.
Yeah.
And it has made this transition a lot more chaotic than I thought it was going to be. And so last night was another little mini crumbling for me.
Yeah.
And me just surrendering to the universe, like stating my feelings, because my
Yes.
feelings are valid. My overwhelm is so
Yes.
valid. And also, Fred's such a good boy.
Yes.
They're doing so well
They
together.
are.
I feel so supported by my husband. I
Mhm.
feel so supported by myself because I've actually been fucking asking for things.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
I've been informing people of my needs, and the
Yes.
universe has been supporting me, and it's been
Yes.
fucking wild to witness.
Yes.
And I don't even know what to do with that. Like, we'll just receive it.
Be grateful. Gratitude.
Receive and be grateful. Let the universe shine upon me.
Mhm.
Receive and be grateful. Also, the idea of surrendering and receiving is something that I've been working on for like at least 2 years. So if you're sitting there listening and being like, I feel like I've surrendered, I'm grateful. Sometimes it can take
I think that's
time.
and that's a continual process. That is something
Uh-huh.
you will have to continuously keep doing.
All the hardness.
Yep.
Melting, melting, melting. Sorry, that's a song that I know. I forget who the artist is.
That
but
sounds like a good one. I want to know
oh my
that
god,
one.
it's so good.
I want to listen to that one.
Fun fact: I make a lot of playlists on Spotify. If I haven't
Find
mentioned this
them
on
because
here
they're
yet.
so good.
Yeah, find Caleb Aver on Spotify because I do make really great playlists. I think I have
Really?
mentioned that on here.
Do it. They're good. They're great.
But I'll try and find that song for you.
Yeah, I would love that.
And if I have all the spoons that I need, I'll put it in the description, but I might forget. And I don't listen back to these before I post them.
Yep.
So we'll see what my brain remembers.
Yep. Sounds great.
I'm very in flow for song right now.
I love that.
I feel like something inside me just like turns on. Oh, holy biscuits, it's 2:37. You need to go at 3, don't you?
I have to be home around 3, yeah. So
well, this was such a fun podcast.
Yes.
I love you guys so very much.
So very much.
Sorry for the very abrupt ending.
Yes. we got places to go.
No Midwestern goodbye this time.
Nope.
It's us just saying, love you, bye.
Love you.